Okay, we've got one more program and one more speaker, and this is the International Matching Grants Program. I don't believe our club has done a matching grant. Did we do one in your year, Lee? I don't think so. I don't think we've done one since I've been in the club, which is 6 years. We're going to do one this coming year. Matching grants can match contributions from Rotary clubs and districts working on projects internationally addressing 6 areas of focus: peace and conflict prevention and resolution, disease prevention and treatment, water and sanitation, maternal and child health, basic education and literacy, and economic and community development. And so what happens is 2 clubs or more get together to work on a project in one country, but the other club or clubs have to be in a different country. So in that way, it actually creates international cooperation and understanding, because you've got 2 clubs from 2 different parts of the world working together. And it does great good. And so clubs come up with money, and then the Rotary Foundation matches, and it's a fairly complicated formula, but call it 3 to 1. It's not quite that, but you know, so the club puts in $1 and $2.75 or whatever, depends on how the district organizes their program, gets matched to it. And we last year there were in 09-10 there were 2,215 projects that were matching grant projects that were initiated. Many of these take place over a period of time, so they're more than 1 year long. But that's how many got started. We had 17 projects in District 6440 that were begun last year, one of which you're going to hear about now. And so I'm happy to have my friend Narayan Muraka from the Barrington Breakfast Club here, who's going to talk about a project that he worked with a number of clubs in this area, with the club in Guatemala. And I'll let you introduce your video. And then
thanks, Rich. As he's saying, matching grants are between 2 different clubs in 2 different countries. So you are making a partnership with a host country and a host club, and your own club here. So that's how the international relationships come into play. As you said, dollars get matched by the district as well as by the foundation, so you have a multiplier effect in the process. It addresses the main objective of Rotary Foundation, which is the understanding and world peace, world understanding and peace, particularly as it relates to alleviation of poverty, education, and things of that sort. So the projects are generally in the humanitarian sense. Water and sanitation, he showed those list of focus areas, and that's where these kinds of projects come in play. I would give you some of my personal thoughts about how to go about doing these projects, and then introduce one of the projects which we have implemented. When you have a partnership with another country, another club, there are 2 things you need to kind of focus on. A lot of clubs within the United States even, they go from one country to the next country to the next country year after year. My experience has been that we need to focus on one country, one area, and with one partner. So over a period of time, you could actually make a difference. Because if you hop around different places, you are really not making much of a difference. So that's very important. The partnership with the Rotary Club in the another country is very important. You have to have the right kind of people work with you. Otherwise, the project will go nowhere. So that's equally important. Then partnership is extremely important. The project I will talk about requires a lot of money. And you know, in most cases, any single club cannot raise that kind of money. So you really have to have partners within your own district or outside your district. So partnership is a very important aspect. And in a couple of years, when the matching grant are replaced by the global grants, that will become very important, because the minimum dollar amount goes up. So continuity and consistency is the key for success in matching grants. Be consistent and have a continuity from one project to the other, so you can make the difference. Now I will switch gear to talk about one of the projects which we have been able to perform. This is a project in Guatemala, and our district has been involved in Guatemala for some time. And my club, a couple of years ago, also got involved, but in a different project other than the one which Northbrook guys have been engaged in. And this is in the area called Sampango, near Antigua in Guatemala. We adopted 2 schools. One is an elementary girls' school, and the Mayan people are lactose insensitive, so they don't drink milk. So protein is one of the biggest problems for kids. So we tried to address that particular issue, and then we had some other issues, literacy and water and sanitation. But I will just focus on the nutrition issues. And we found out that there is a machine, a very simple machine called mechanical cow or soy cow, which basically makes soy milk from soy beans. And it's a machine very simple. Think of it as a grinder in a pressure cooker. So and you will see that in a minute. And it will produce the milk, and then you can feed the kids and so on and so forth. We set it up as a micro enterprise where the excess milk will be sold. So there is some income generated as a result of it, and then the local community gets involved. So there's a number of things which are part of this particular project, and let him run the video which describes the mechanical cow.